Hi guys, welcome back to another overthrow disc golf video. Hi guys, welcome back to another overthrow disc golf video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about release angles. So, grab a disc, let's get started. So there are basically two methods that have been talked about when controlling release angle. Some people talk about simply adjusting your arm at release here. So you come through and you don't change much with the body, but you come through and you decide to go here, right, for hyzer. And then if you want anhyzer, you just go here and you go at the end and you just change your arm like this and you attack it like this. So this would be a hyzer, this would be an anhyzer, and this would be flat. Okay, some people talk about that. That, in my opinion, is not the best way. I think it's much better, like Paul Macbeth mentioned is his We Need to Talk video, that's his fieldwork video, we'll link that below, that it's much better to adjust it, like he was saying, here is flat, here is hyzer, here is anhyzer. If you're doing the box drill, it's much easier to go here, okay, and my natural angle, because I'm pulling kind of high, is this anhyzer, right? And so my release is always gonna be here. Now, if I wanna throw a hyzer, and it doesn't take much, I simply bend a little at the waist, and now I do the same box drill, right? And the disc is coming into the same spot in my chest. My release point is the same. Notice that if I try to control my angle with my arm, my release point changes. So if I go from here, and I try to go and change hyzer, now my release point is here, instead of here every time. And for my hyzer, I'd be bent over like that. If I wanna throw anhyzer, now my release point has changed height-wise and now flat. So it's too much for your arm to control. It becomes too much of a micro movement. I think that the best thing to do is, like Paul mentioned, use your body, because you can more acutely control the angle by changing your body, and then you don't have to change the release point and how it gets there, which will make you super consistent. And it feels a little bit more like a sport, a little bit more like work. You're gonna have to get after it, but once you get the work in and you get your release point, hyzer, anhyzer, flat, whatever, once you get that worked out and you have a consistent release from your box drill, all you do is adjust at the hip. And now you've got all the different angles. So you'll be more consistent. It'll take a little bit more work, but it'll pay off in the end. Make sense, Mikey?
It does.
All right.
Is there any power benefit to doing it your way? Because I feel like there is.
Definitely helps with power, because at this point, if you're trying to control it with how your arm rotates, you're gonna end up pulling at the end with your arm instead of letting the rotation create the lag and power for you. Also, power's about timing and speed. And so if you're used to releasing the disc out here for flat and you never throw these like ante shots, if you have to do something with your arm at the end of this to make this ante angle happen, the timing is different, the hit is different, when it releases is different. So your body's not used to timing that efficiently. But if you can create all of these different angles at the same release point, then your body syncs up the timing naturally, so it's gonna go further. All right, so I'm gonna show you the 3 different angles here, just real easy. Here's a nice little hyzer. So if you're working, you can just start bent over. All right, and here's flat. Basically upright, just a little lean. And here's an anhyzer. Big anhyzer. Can I see those? Well guys, that's real quick how to control your angles on the backhand side. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out over on our Patreon. We will catch you cats later. Go get them.